We're live. Hello. As you probably know, that is this past Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It was a national holiday, and it is not just a time just to sit there and relax and enjoy your day off, or even enjoy your overtime if you have to go to work. I mean, although that is nice, but Martin Luther King, he basically fought for not just the rights of African Americans, but for all people. And part of that struggle was to go and correct the problem with racial discrimination that existed for over a century. It was racial discrimination, but previous or prior to that was slavery since the founding of this country and prior to the founding of this country. And the struggle lives on. It's not just that Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and 65 and maybe some other civil rights legislation, and that's it. There's a lot that needs to be addressed. And we have a problem today with police brutality. And, people getting angry that there's a thing called Black Lives Matter. And I have told people many times, critics, whether they're vile racists or just people who are not aware the way that they should be aware, and whereby I'm not saying they're not trying to vilify them, but I'm basically telling them that if we could just put a stop to this police brutality, things like organizations like Black Lives Matter wouldn't have to exist. But it is necessary to have Black Lives Matter because of the police violence against people of color in this country. Our criminal our racist criminal justice system, the ongoing practice of the death penalty, that sort of thing, voting rights being attacked, and that was pretty much the theme this year in Washington, D.C. over Martin Luther King Day. Some years it's labor. It's all, I don't really like to use the word intersectional because it sounds kind of politically correct, but sometimes it does apply. I mean, I try not to use these terms, but it applies. So I'm going to go and play this video here, and I'll share a few more words afterwards.
You were successful with infrastructure, which is a great thing, but we need you to use that same energy to ensure that all Americans have the unencumbered right to vote. Yes, sir. Bipartisan support, it shouldn't pass. Well, the 14th Amendment, which granted citizenships to slaves in 1868, that bipartisan support. Should formerly enslaved people have been denied citizenship, Senator Sullivan?
Nothing less is at stake than our democracy. This is about suppressing the vote. It's about nullifying the elections, which Dr. King talked about that day. Nullifying the election. It's about just doing so many things to be obstacles to participation. That's wrong. The truth is, that's wrong.
For all the elected leaders out there who are tweeting, posting, and celebrating my grandfather, Dr. King, today, my message to you is simple. Do not celebrate. Legislate.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here.
Yeah, I don't want to particularly see George Stephanopoulos, but you get the gist. And the For the People Acting really needs to pass because it should never be harder to vote. It should always be easy to vote. And nobody's talking about allowing fraud to take place and all that. But, here's the thing about it is that the idea of trying to make it harder for people to vote is just fundamentally wrong. I mean, think about it. The For the People Act really doesn't go far enough as far as I'm concerned. If I had it my way, I would like to see election day be almost like a holiday, whereby people are off so they can go out and vote, and to make sure that people will go and exercise their civic rights to vote. I think that I would actually personally say that if you do vote, you are paid for that day wherever you work at. You'll be able to get a day's extra wage for voting. I'm not bribing. It's not about bribing people to vote, but it's about making sure that people do vote. I'm not saying who to vote for, but we really do need to emphasize the right to vote. And I am glad that Martin Luther King's son and his granddaughter are out there trying to fight the good fight to keep the movement for equality alive. This is not about making sure one political party or another has an advantage. This is about a right for all people to vote. And that's what it comes right down to. And we are having an assault on our democracy. And that's, and it's actually very destructive to the heart and soul of this nation. So I just wanted to go and emphasize that, and whenever you see an injustice, challenge it. Make sure that injustice disappear, and just keep fighting for that struggle. So I'm going to sign off right now. You be sure to subscribe to this channel. Create your own platform and utilize it because we're the muckrakers of our time. And go ahead and like and comment. And until next time, keep the red flag flying, keep that class struggle going, and free Julian Assange. Take care.